Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Ignore the look, obviously it is lockdown at the moment in the UK, so I'm just going to be rocking my Oso curly bonnet for the rest of my days at this point. This video I thought would be a great continuation of the last entrepreneur life video that I did that you guys seem to actually love. People left so many comments, and I also uploaded a little snippet on my IGTV, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me now. And today, as requested, people wanted to know a bit more about how I actually ship and fulfill the products. So I'm going to show you guys how I actually pay for my shipping, what platforms I use, how I do it, how I print my labels, and then go and send the products. So if you're interested in this, and this is coming from a UK's perspective, I do send products to the US, Europe, yeah, mainly US, Europe and UK and Ireland. So you'll find out a bit more in this video. Continue watching, make sure that you subscribe, like and comment down below if you have any questions, and yeah, enjoy. So let's just get straight into it. There's only 3 things that are essential for this process, and that is the DYMO printer, which is a label printer. I used to actually print my labels with a normal printer using sticker paper, but it did take up a lot of ink. I found myself buying ink every month, and it was probably about like £30 to £40 for ink, and I just felt like it was not an essential expense. So I managed to invest in a DYMO printer thanks to AfroKicks. Ida, she recommended it. So this was from Amazon. It was about £100 to £200, but it's so worth it. Basically, you don't have to buy ink at all. The only thing you need to do is buy the roll of labels, and that lasts a long time. I got this in December or November, and I've only had to buy another pack of rolls one time, so that's lasted me well longer than I would have paid for ink and paper and all of that stuff. So it never jams, never have an issue. It's amazing. Definitely an investment. If you don't have a label printer, get one. Next thing you're going to need is obviously your platform that you sell your products on. I use Shopify, and I find that Shopify has been the best one ever. I've tried a few. I've tried Big Cartel, Squarespace, Wix I would never try for a website, by the way, guys. It might have improved now, but Shopify is your best bet just because it has loads of great plugins, and I find that it allows you to gain random customers much easier than my other website providers I've used in the past. So easy to use, the backend is amazing. So what I do is I have Shopify open here, and I have all of my orders that need to be fulfilled. So when you get an order, it goes into the orders tab, and then it will have fulfillment in yellow, so it's highlighted what needs to be fulfilled, and it will be tagged as unfulfilled. So that's the first thing you need. The next thing is obviously your shipping platform. I use Royal Mail because I'm in the UK, and I found that it's probably the most cheapest one that I can use. Most of my orders are UK, and then a lot are also Europe and US. So I find Royal Mail is the best one for me at the moment, the size of my business. So what you do is you want to sign up for a business account on the Royal Mail website, which is completely free. You don't pay a monthly fee or anything like that. You only pay for the shipping. So you pay for like your shipping label for each product. But the key here is you want to make sure you put your shipping price within the price of your product. So for example, my satin pillowcases are £24.99. The cost of shipping is included within my costs. So I make sure that I'm not losing money every time I have a sale. So make sure you kind of counter that in. Basically, Shopify integrates with Click and Drop, and they also integrate with a lot of other shipping providers as well. So you don't have to use Royal Mail Click and Drop, but luckily it does integrate with Click and Drop. So all of your orders that come through Shopify will then be sent into the Click and Drop app, which makes it so much easier because you can then just pay for your shipping in Royal Mail Click and Drop. So all of my shipping orders that are pending, it will say pending here, and I've got the name of the customer, how much they have spent, and their address. So I'll just click into the customer. I've got their address there, and then I just need to apply postage, which is the next action. Then I have my scales. I'll leave the link to that down below. So I just take my scales I will pack whatever the product is and what they have bought. Make sure that you measure this when it's in the package, because the weight of the product is not gonna be the weight of it when it's packaged. So make sure you package and weigh them together. So I'll just take the weight, it's usually in grams. I also have it written down on my wall what the typical weights of my most like typical products that I bought together and singly, if that makes sense, and then package what the weight of that will be. So I usually know by the top of my head what this is gonna weigh and cost. So for this, it's automatically come up as well because I enter the weights when I've entered every single product. So this has come up as 296 grams. So I'll just say okay. I also always opt for small parcel because all of my packages fit in this. It doesn't come under a letter because obviously it is big in size, so it won't fit through a letterbox. So this is classed as a small parcel. So I click small parcel. It will come up with all of the pricing options. I always opt for Royal Mail signed for second class. Now that is because it's more affordable for my customers, and also it is signed for, so that means in the past I've had missing parcels, and sometimes you still do, which is out of your hands, but at least with this you get to see when the customer has signed for it and it has arrived. So if there are any problems, you should be able to claim at least some kind of compensation for the loss. So I'm going to click into the second class signed for. It's already bold because it knows that's my most frequent one that I pay for. And then you just want to scroll down and go to apply, pay and generate label. So here is when you actually go ahead and pay for the shipping costs. So you want to confirm that you're sending anything which isn't prohibited and all of that stuff. Pay with PayPal. I connect to my PayPal, just find it so much easier. Everything is just like a 2-click process. So I then pay for the shipping. I'm not going to do it right now just because I don't need to send anything right now. I just wanted to show you guys. But I'll pay for the shipping. And then what will happen is it will pay for it and then it will come up with a PDF. I make sure that I have a folder on my desktop which is related to Royal Mail. And then I learnt this from being a receptionist, how to like sort out your folders. So I go from Royal Mail to customers, and then I have the year 2020, the quarter 1, and then we're in March, and then I have a lot of orders come in, so I separate them 1, 2, 3, 4 depending on the week. So I'll go into week 3 and then I will just save the PDF into this folder. Then for an example, you want to open the PDF. Usually it will open in your browser, but because I haven't paid for it this time, I'm just going to open it as an example on my computer. And once that PDF is up and running, you can then print off the label using the DYMO printer. So this connects to your actual computer with a USB, so I'm just going to plug that in. And it also plugs into a power place, so you want to make sure you have a plug nearby too. Now that it is plugged in, you will see that it has a light. It lights up to show you that it's on. So because I usually do it through Shopify, I've decided to just show you guys an old label that actually came up on my browser. It just makes it so much easier to print from the browser. Just want to DYMO pages 2 to 2, because that's the only page we want to print. 2 to 2. Now as you can see, it's not quite fitting the actual size of the paper, so you want to go scale and fit to paper, and now you can see it fits to the entire page of the label. And now we're just going to print. Simple as that. Honestly, life-changing. Then you just rip it off and there you go, that is your label. Let me hide the address. That's your label, and then you just stick it onto your package. So now that you've paid for the label, you've printed your label, you now want to make sure that you inform your customer that the package has been paid for and it is on its way, and it will now be tracked because you've got your tracking number and barcode. So they will know when it has been dropped to the post office and then when it has arrived to their door. They don't know the in-betweens with second class, they just know when it has been dropped to the post office and when it arrives at their door. So you want to go back into Shopify now, find that customer that you've just paid for, click on them, and then you're going to be able to actually fulfill the product, which means an automatic email is sent to them directly to say your package has now been shipped and fulfilled. So you've got a big button here that just says mark as fulfilled. You want to click that. You want to go back to your label and you want to get that long number underneath the barcode. You want to copy and paste it into the tracking number in the tracking information. It will automatically know that it's a Royal Mail tracking number, which is really helpful, so you don't have to click Royal Mail all the time. And then you'll have notify customer. You want to make sure that that is ticked, because that will make sure that Shopify sends the email. You don't have to send them an email at all. It's all automated, which I love. And then you just scroll to the bottom and click fulfill items. I'm not going to do it myself just because this is a demo. That is all I have to do. I just take it to the post office now. I just queue up and then they will scan it. I don't have to go with my card or pay for anything. They just scan every parcel and it makes it much more easier and quicker. The cost for postage for second class is £3.95 for UK. Europe is about £9 and then US is £10.10. So you want to take those prices and put it into Shopify as the price for shipping. And there is a section in settings for shipping. You just want to enter the price and then your customers will have that when they check out. Everything's automatic from that. When they put their address in, it will know which country it's from and what shipping to charge them. I will leave links for everything down below, including costs for my Jiffy bags. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and let me know what you want to see next, and I will catch you soon in the next video. Bye.